generate Facebook leads and how to bolt on an awesome follow-up system to help convert those leads to customers. Now, I'm going to show you the ads. I'm going to show you the steps. I'm going to show you the follow-up system. I'll show you all in just a few simple steps. And gosh, it's not even going to take that long, I don't think, unless I get rambling, which I seem to do. So just cut me off if you can. Somehow let me know to shut up and get on with it, right? Okay, well, let's start with step one, all right? Step one is we created the ad. Now, this is a really simple ad. We made a post. It's all it is an image and what is that? 2 sentences, 3 sentences. That's it. And what is the bait? The bait is a new construction packet that's been put together of all the builders in the area, or many of the builders, some of their best floor plans, some great info. Okay. Anybody that's looking at new, everybody loves new. So anybody that's looking for new construction might be interested in this packet. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now you might be saying to yourself, now wait a minute, this is not a mortgage ad, this is a real estate ad. So let me just pause and say a couple of things, because you're going to be able to gain a great advantage here when you see what's going on. So first off, my wife is a real estate agent, and so we have the luxury of being able to test a lot of ads on both the mortgage and real estate side. And I can tell you, at least according to my testing, that the real estate ads tend to pull higher quality leads, and they tend to pull much cheaper. Okay, the ad spend's much cheaper, sometimes by a third. Okay, so and why is that? Well, honestly, it makes sense. So think about it. What do the consumers actually want? Man, they want the house, right? And if we're just being honest, like, we always want to get to the truth, right? We're always about getting to the truth. So does the consumer actually care about the agent? No. Does the consumer care about the loan officer? Not really, at least on a personal level, right? Does the consumer care about the mortgage? No. And in fact, the mortgage actually, from their standpoint, can be an obstacle to getting what they want. They got to jump through all those hoops to get what? The house. So the house is a much better attractant to buyers and sellers than even the agent, the loan officer, or the mortgage itself, right? Those others are like necessities to get what they want, but they really, really want that house. So that being said, this is what I want you to take away from this. If you know this is to be the case, this is true, then if you approach your referral partners or new referral partners with a strategy to work together, to drive leads together, and have the True Partner AI system that you have in your back pocket to follow up with them, then now you're actually creating a partnership where you're helping a lot of people out, you're building your relationships, and you're getting leads at the same time as a result. So there's nothing better when you come to a referral partner and say, hey, let's build business together. Let's see if we can't generate leads together, and let's see if we can't get rich together, right? There's nothing better, okay? And by the way, there's no loan officers out there doing this right now. Nobody's marketing to real estate agents. There are so few that are. It's crazy. Everybody's biding their time for the market to get better. It's a shame, and I just don't understand it. So as a lender, if you go in and you're paying for half of the leads, of course, you would have your information on it too. You would have your the finance package about that house, right? Very, very, very similar to what you do in an open house or whatever, but you get it, okay? You get it. Always make sure you stay in compliance, of course. So anyway, so this is the ad, the new construction ad. So that's step one. Step two, we set our audience. Now, Facebook calls it a special ad category, so we can't really nail down the audience, which I'm totally okay with, because guess what? Facebook's better at the algorithm and finding those people than I am anyway. So we do the 15-mile radius just in the local area. You can mess with that a little bit if you want. And so we set the audience, and then we set the budget. So really quick, what's the budget? It's very simple. How much are you willing to spend to acquire one customer? You're willing to spend $500, you're willing to spend $1,000. What's that number? That's what you generally set your ad budget at. That's really at least a good place to start. So I like to set it at about $500 initially, because I like my leads to cost about $5 a piece. And if we can close 1% of them, then that means it costs me $500 to acquire a customer. All right? It's pretty simple. All right? You don't have to overthink this stuff. And in fact, by the way, I used to go into Facebook and tinker and try and outmaneuver the system, but I just did the basic settings. I even told Facebook to put it everywhere. Put it wherever you want. I used to be very picky about this. Like, no, just put it in the feed or whatever. But no, I'm just telling, I'm having the machine do it all. I'm not going to be able to outsmart the machine. So the machine, meaning Facebook, wants you to be successful. It wants you to get leads. It wants you to get leads for cheap. Because why? If you're being successful, you're going to keep spending money on the platform. Okay. So they're always tooling those algorithms to make it so you're as successful as possible. Okay. So once that's in place, bam, that took me about, the lead form. Step 3 was to create the lead form. And if the very first time you create one, it takes a few minutes. Probably would take you about 15 minutes, I would say, to get that lead form put together. But then you just copy them after that. You can clone them and it's super, super easy. Okay, so then we hit publish. Boom. Now the ad is out, running. It's approved. It's running right now. And then, so now what do we do? Well, if we stop there, then what will happen is Facebook, when they generate leads, will collect the data, collect the lead data, name, phone number, and email address, and it will sit them in just side of Facebook and just let you know you got a lead. So then you got to go back in and you got to pull the info out and put it in your spreadsheet, put it in your CRM, text, call, all that kind of stuff, right? So that doesn't work very well if you want to scale. If you want a generous amount of leads, because you need a lot on Facebook, then you got to generate a lot, but there's no way you can follow up them automatically. So this is where the magic comes in. We come on over to TruePartner AI. Now, TruePartner AI integrates with Facebook, talks to Facebook, so the moment somebody clicks on my form and says, hey, I'm interested, well, guess what? Look what happens. TruePartner AI gets notified right here. So see, this is called a workflow trigger. It will spin up and say, cool, we got a lead. What do you want me to do with it? Well, it will throw it in a pipeline. So we've got full pipeline views, which is awesome. It will notify the user, my wife in this case, would notify them that a new lead has come in, both through email and text. And actually, I want to show something cool on this. Let's do this one. The text, we have it so it actually displays the name, phone number, and email address right there in the text that comes in. So all the person has to do if they want to call them immediately is boom, tap the phone number, call them right then. Isn't that awesome? So you don't even have to go back into your CRM to do it. You just call them. Okay. Then it adds a tag, so it organizes them. It's new construction packet, assigns it to the correct person, and you're all organized. Now think about this. If your CRM could do just that alone and that was it, and notify you, organize it, wow, I've got something, I'm rolling. I mean, that right there is worth its weight in gold. But now we're going to add one more thing to it, and this is what's awesome. So now, check this out. We can send them a text and call them by name. Then we send a second text immediately, so there's 2 in a row for strategic reasons. And then they get an email. Now, in this particular case, we may be able to deliver the email to, or deliver the PDF packet via email, or it depends on the strategy. She actually wants to call them and see if she can deliver it in person. That way, you can pick up a listing too, right? All right, we're always thinking about how to get those next deals. Okay, so then you can see this is a 4 email sequence, and then it ends. Now I can tell it to go off to another nurturing sequence when it's done. I can do a whole bunch of things actually. So if we want to make this really elaborate and send more texts, even bolt on an AI chatbot, all of those things, we can do all that stuff. But I wanted to just show you the very simple things that happen with a Facebook lead when it comes in from an ad. Now, if we are converting at 1%, then I got to get 100 leads in before I get them converted, get that one converted. So it's going to take a lot of work, right? If you have to do that manually, it's going to be almost impossible. But when you have the machine running that's helping to follow up, and it's just going, lead comes in, they get followed up with. Lead comes in, they get followed up with. On my mobile app, I can see that I've got a new lead that's come in. I can see if they respond. I can jump in. I can text in the middle of this automation. So I've got plenty of control, because what do we really want? We want the conversations with the leads, right? So that's what this is designed to do. But in the end, you want to be asleep. You want to be on vacation. You want to be hanging out and having leads coming in and having the machine follow up with them. That's the way to do it, okay? That's the way to do it. So I hope you can follow these steps. I would say top to bottom, if you're putting it together for your first time, I would plan about an hour just to be safe, because you always run into something. I'm just saying, you always run into something. But here's what's cool, okay? Here's what's super, super cool is this True Partner AI system, which is built on high level. When you are a paying member of the Marketing Renegades, does not matter what level. If you are a paying member of the Marketing Renegades, you get the CRM as part of your package. You just get it. And you get these workflows that are already built, that we've built and are using. They are pre-built and they come in your system already. Okay, so it's super, super cool. The ads, the templates, the emails, all of this stuff just comes right in, and you can get going. And the cool thing about this community is when we are all using the same tools, running similar ads, then we can compare results and help each other out and help each other get down the road much faster than if we were doing it by ourselves or using a whole bunch of different tools. Okay? All right. Well, I hope that helps. I hope you want to get out there and generate leads, because, man, there's nothing more fun than generating leads. Hope I didn't ramble too much today. I just hope it was really, really helpful for you. And, man, let's see if we can't take over. Let's see if we can't take over our market, get that market share. All right? All right. Talk to you soon.